Hi Nana. Yeah, today we will learn question bank 3 related to study of gas laws. Okay, so we will in this video we will start from question number 4. So this question number this fourth question is related to true or false statements. Okay, so some statements are given. We have to identify whether the given statement is true or false. So for the first statement, gases exert the same pressure in all directions. So actually this is true. This statement is true. Why it is true? For example, if I have taken a certain amount of gas in a container, in a rectangular, sorry, in a box, in a square container having square shape. Okay, so as it is square shape, what happens? The area, the length of this one will be equal to length. All sides are same, equal in length. Now, what is actually pressure? Pressure is nothing but force. Okay, force acting per unit area. Okay, force acting per unit area. Suppose if force is same, then pressure will be same. Because here, if you take a unit area, suppose if this is if I take this entire thing as unit area, and this will be the same area, and this will be the same area, and this will be the same area. Now look here, all the molecules, they keep on moving. Every molecule, they won't stay at their position. They always keep on moving. While moving, what do? Simply, suppose if this molecule is here, so it will keep on moving, and it will finally it will strike the wall of the container. So like that, all molecules, all molecules will keep on moving, and they will try to strike the container. They will try to strike the container, and after striking, they will come back. After striking, they will come back. See, the thing what scientists have calculated is, so the number of molecules which are striking on this wall will be exactly equal to the same number of molecules striking on this wall also, and even on this wall also the same number of molecules will strike, and even on this wall also the same number of molecules will strike in 1 second of time. That means in the given time, so the number of strikings or else the number of hitings, so the molecule will come and strike here. Strike means it will bombard, or else it will hit here. Okay, it will hit and it will go back, and in all the directions, molecules will move. Molecules will move, keep on moving in all directions. Okay, some molecules will move in this direction, some molecules will move in this direction, in this direction, in this direction. And scientists, what do they calculated? They have calculated that the number of strikes on this wall in 1 second will be exactly equal to the number of strikes on this wall, and even the number of strikes here also, and even here also. So that means, so upon striking, suppose if this is the wall, and I am striking. So that means I am applying some force. So that means every striking will apply, it will exert some force on the wall of the container. So if you see, so the total force applied on the walls of this container, on this wall, will be exactly equal to the force applied on this wall also, and it will be all equal, the force applied on this wall, and it will be equal to the force applied on this wall. So like this. So that means the force applied by the molecules, the force exerted by the molecules, or else force applied by the molecules will be same in all directions. That means it will be same in all the walls of the container. So that means here the force applied is same. When force applied is same and area is same, area is also same. When force applied is same, area is same, then the pressure also will same. That means the pressure applied in this direction will be exactly equal to the pressure applied in this direction, and it will be exactly equal to the pressure applied in the downward direction, and it will be equal to pressure applied on the upward direction. So that means gases exert same pressure in all directions. So that means this statement is a true statement. Okay, right. Now we will go with the second statement. So what is the pressure? Pressure is nothing but force applied per unit area. Okay, right. Now we will go with the second statement, statement B, related to fourth question. What is that one? Gases are not compressible. Gases are not compressible. Gases are not compressible. What is the meaning of compression? Compressible or compressibility or compression. Suppose, listen carefully. This is a cylindrical container. Okay. I fitted a piston to this one. Okay, piston. It is an arrangement. Okay, so here what happens? We can push this piston inside, or else we can pull it out. So now this container, it is having gas. It is having certain amount of gas in it. The molecules of gas, they are occupying this much volume. This much volume. Okay, suppose if I increase the pressure on it, if I increase the pressure on the gas molecules, what happens? All the gas molecules will come closer and closer. So that means if I push this piston inside, so that the piston will come here, okay, somewhere here. So what happens? While coming down, what happens? It will push all these gas molecules. These gas molecules, they are pushed inside. They are pushed inside into the gaps which are present between the gas molecules present at the lower end. Okay, so that now the volume is decreased. There is a decrease in volume. So upon increasing the pressure, there is a decrease in volume. So what is compressibility? Compressibility is nothing but it is a phenomenon, or else it's a process of decrease in pressure. Decrease in the volume by increasing the pressure is said to be compressibility, or else compression. So here these gas molecules, if I increase the pressure on the gas molecules, all the molecules will come closer, so that the volume is decreased. So there is a decrease. So there, I could able to find the decrease in the volume of the gas when pressure is applied on the gas molecules. So now that means here gas is compressed, but in the statement gases are not compressible. Hence it is wrong statement. It is a false statement. Suppose if I take a solid substance, if I take any solid substance, this is a piston. This is a piston, and I have filled this cylinder with a solid substance like sand or else any other solid material. Okay, if I filled it with this one with a solid substance. Now suppose let us take this as a sand. Now if I try to push this piston inside, will it go? No, it won't go. It won't go inside. That means here the volume, if I am trying to decrease the volume of this, here actually this is the volume of the sand. Now I am trying to decrease the volume of the sand by applying the pressure on that. So can I do that? No, I cannot. Because as it is solid, all the molecules are tightly packed. Hence, there are no gaps. But in gases, there are gaps. So that is why the molecules which are present here, they could able to send into the gaps which are present in the other between the other gas molecules. But here in case of solid, as there are no gaps between molecules, what happens? So the molecules which are present in the upper side, they cannot be pushed into the gaps because there are no gaps. There are no gaps in the lower portion of the solid. Hence, the molecules which are present in the upper portion, they cannot be pushed into the lower portion, so that I cannot compress or else I cannot decrease the volume of this substance by increasing the pressure. That means solids are incompressible. Solids are incompressible or else non-compressible. Incompressible. Whereas gases are compressible. So what is the reason for the compressibility of the gases? Because of the presence of gaps. So larger intermolecular spaces are present in the gaseous molecules. So that is the reason why we can decrease the volume of the gas by increasing the pressure. So if you try to increase the pressure on the gas molecules, what happens? The gas molecules will come closer and closer because there are so many gaps between the gas molecules which are present in the bottom portion. Okay, so into those gaps, so the gas molecules which are present at this location, they will enter and finally the volume will decrease. Okay, so what is the reason why gases are compressible? Because in gases there are large spaces between the gas molecules. So that is why gases are compressible. Hence this statement is wrong. This statement is saying that gases are not compressible. But in reality gases are compressible. Okay, right. What is the next statement? Statement C. Gases have definite shape. Gases have definite shape. Okay, next, but no definite volume. But no definite volume. Okay, so no definite volume. So this is correct only. But here gases have definite shape. This is wrong. Why this is wrong? Because suppose if I fill a vessel having this shape with a gas, okay, with a gas, right? Now if I try to put this gas into a vessel of equal capacity, so suppose if it is 1 liter and if this is also 1 liter, what happens? All these gas molecules, if I could able to put all these molecules into this container, if I transfer all these molecules into this container, what happens? The molecules will occupy the entire space of the container, and now the new shape of the molecule is the container shape. So always remember that the shape of the gases or else shape of the liquids are nothing but the shape of the container. So here if I transfer initially, so the shape of this gas is this bottle like shape, okay, or else a rectangular shape. If I transfer this gas into a vessel which is circular or which is spherical in shape, now the new shape of the gas molecules is spherical. And now here now this gas, it is having, now this gas is it has taken a new shape. Which shape? Spherical shape. Suppose if I send this, if I transfer this gas into a conical flask, into a conical flask. Okay, of same 1 liter capacity. Okay, now the shape of this, I mean, here I have transferred this entire gas into this vessel. It is having cone shape. Now these gas molecules, now they have changed their shape from spherical to cone shape. I mean, the gas molecules means here the shape of this gas, this particular gas, now it is having cone shape. So that means gases, they do not have definite shape. The shape of the gases is nothing but the shape of the container. Shape of the gas is nothing but shape of the container. So this portion is okay. This portion is okay. They have no definite volume. Why this is okay? Because suppose if I take 1 liter of gas, and if I transfer this 1 liter of gas into a vessel whose capacity is 3 liters. If I transfer this 1 liter of gas into this vessel, now all these gas molecules, they will try to occupy the entire volume of the new container. Now the volume of the gas will become 3 liters. The same 1 liter gas, if I transfer into 3 liter vessel, now this 1 liter gas, it is occupying the entire volume. Now it is having the volume of 3 liters. So that means gases, they do not possess any definite volume. The volume of the gas is nothing but volume of the container. The volume of the gas is nothing but volume of the container, because the gas molecules will try to occupy the entire available space in the container. Okay, so that means there is no definite volume for gases, and also no definite shape. But here it is given as the gases have definite shape. So this is wrong. So as this part is wrong and this part is true, so here we have to consider entire thing. So if there is any portion which is false, then entire statement can be considered as false statement. Okay, so that means this statement is false. So if it is mentioned like this, gases have no definite shape, then this statement might be correct statement. But here it is mentioned as gases have definite statement. Definite shape. So gases do not have definite shape, because the shape of the gas will change with the shape of the container. Even the volume of the gas also will change with the volume of the container. Okay, right. Hence this statement is a false statement. Next we will go with the fourth statement. What is that one? Gases diffuse. Gases diffuse easily in one another, in one another. So what is the meaning of this statement? Suppose if I have taken a empty glass tube which is opened on both sides. Now I have closed this one. I have closed this one with a one-hole rubber stopper. Okay, one-hole rubber stopper. I have closed this one, and I have connected this one. To some gas like hydrogen. Let us assume hydrogen. And here from this side, this is a hydrogen cylinder. Okay, and this side I have connected to some other cylinder like oxygen. Let us assume. So what happens? Here these oxygen molecules will flow into this tube, and even hydrogen molecules also will flow into this tube. Now what happens? So slowly these hydrogen molecules will try to spread throughout this one, and even these oxygen molecules also will try to spread throughout this one. So what is happening? So spreading, what is the meaning of diffusion? Diffusion is nothing but spreading of gas molecules into other gas molecules. So here what is happening? Hydrogen molecules, they are spread into the oxygen molecules, because between the oxygen molecules there are so many gaps. So into those gaps hydrogen molecules have entered, and between the hydrogen molecules there are so many gaps. So that is why oxygen molecules have entered into these spaces. So that means here one gas will enter into the spaces of other gas. Okay, like this. So here when two different gases, if they are spread one into other, okay, because of the presence of spaces in them, so that process is said to be diffusion. So that means gases diffuse easily in one another. So this is the correct statement only. Okay, so this is a correct statement. Why gases diffuse? Why gases diffuse in one another? Because of the presence of gaps. So many gaps are present between the gas molecules. So between the gaps of one type of gas, the other gas molecules will occupy, or else they will enter. And in the same way, into the gaps of one type of gas, the other type of gas molecules will enter, then they will intermix with each other. They will intermix with each other, and finally they will form a uniform mixture. They will form a uniform mixture. That means they spread equally throughout this container. Okay, so like this. So that process is said to be diffusion. So here gases have diffusion. The special property of gases is they can show diffusion. Okay, so that means gases diffuse easily in one another. Even liquids also will diffuse, but gases will diffuse faster. When compared to liquid, the gases will diffuse faster. Diffusion is nothing but spreading. Suppose if you lit agarbatti in one corner, okay, in one corner of a room, and the smell of that agarbatti, it is experienced, or else it is felt by another person who is standing in the opposite corner of the same room. Why? Because the agarbatti gas molecules, the agarbatti molecules, they will enter into the air, because in the air there are so many spaces. In the air there are so many spaces. So we cannot see the air and even the spaces also. But the agarbatti molecules which are released from the agarbatti, so they will enter, they will occupy the spaces in the air, and they will move along with the air, and finally it will reach to the opposite corner. Okay, so that means they can easily spread in the gaps present in the air. So that is why here here agarbatti is said to be diffused from one corner to another corner, because of the presence of gaps, or else spaces between the air molecules. In the same way, if you take any gas, so there are so many gaps between the molecules in the gas, so that if you introduce another gas into that gas, another type of gas is introduced. What happens? Another type of gas molecules, they can occupy the spaces between the first type of gas molecules. So that property is called as diffusion. So here diffusion can takes place between the gas molecules when gas molecules are brought together. Okay, when different gas molecules are brought together, what happens? They will spread one into other. Right. Hence this is a true statement. So first statement is true, second is false, third is false, and fourth is true. Next, fifth one. Gases can occupy any amount of space. Gases can occupy any amount of space. So this is true. Why this is true? Suppose already we have seen one example, and one more example we will see now. Suppose here I have taken some amount of gas in this container, and I have transferred this gas into a bigger container. Now what is happened? So all these molecules, they will occupy the entire available space. Why these gas molecules, they will occupy the entire available space? Because always remember that between the gas molecules there are very less force of attraction, or else negligible force of attraction. So that means one gas molecules cannot attract another gas molecules. Like how there is a strong attraction between solids, so here such type of attraction in the gas molecules, they are not present. Suppose if you take a solids, so in solids all the molecules are tightly packed. All the molecules are tightly packed. So due to this, what happens? So there is a strong force of attraction between the gas molecule, between the solid molecules. This is solid. In solid, all the molecules, they attract each other strongly, so that all the molecules will tightly packed. They will get tightly packed. But in case of liquids, so the molecules are loosely packed. In case of liquids, molecules are loosely packed. So that means there are a little bit of force of attraction. When compared to solids, the force of attraction between the molecules in liquid, it is less. The force of attraction between the liquid molecules is less when compared to the force of attraction between the solid molecules. But in case of gases, what happens? The force of attraction between the gaseous molecules is very negligible. Almost we can consider it as zero, but not exactly zero, but it is negligible. As the force of attraction between the gas molecules are negligible, so they won't attract each other. So that is why the molecules, so one molecule is free from the attraction of other molecule. So that is why they will try to move away from each other. Okay, they will try to move away from each other. As they are trying to move away from each other, they will try to occupy the entire available space. So that is why if I transfer this amount, this little amount of gas, okay, from a smaller container to the larger container, so as there are negligible force of attraction between the gas molecules, they will try to move away from each other. So that is why they will try to occupy the entire available space. Now if I transfer the same gas from this container to a container which is having still larger in volume, so now what happens? The same amount of gas, it will occupy the entire available volume of even this container also, because all the gas molecules, they will keep on moving away from each other. Gas molecules, they will keep on moving away from each other, and they will try to occupy the entire available space. Why it is so? Because between the gas molecules there is negligible force of attraction. That means there is almost no force of attraction. So that is why no gas molecules will try to pull other gas molecules towards itself. So all the gas molecules, they are free from force of attraction of the other gas molecules. So that is why, as they are free, they will try to move away from each other, and they will try to occupy the entire available space. So like this, gas can occupy any amount of space. So this is also a true statement. Okay, and finally, there is another statement in the fourth question. So we will learn that statement also, whether it is true or false. Okay, we'll see. So first we will see what is that statement, and we will decide whether it is true statement or false statement. Right. Next statement F related to question 4. Gases have higher density. Gases have higher density. gases have higher density as compared to what? Other states of matter. To other states of matter. Okay, right. So gases have higher density when compared to other states of matter. So what are the other states of matter? Other states of matter are solid state and liquid state. Because matter, it exists in three physical states. Okay, so generally it exists in three physical states. One is solid state, liquid state, and another one is gaseous state. Okay, right. Suppose if you compare this one, listen carefully. I have taken certain volume of three containers having equal volume. Listen carefully. Three containers of equal volume. So volume is same. Into one container I have taken solid substance. Into another container the same substance but in liquid state. And into gases, into third container the same substance I have taken but in gaseous state. Now if I take the same substance, some substance X, let us assume some substance X, the molecules of substance X, how they are packed? They are tightly packed. As they are tightly packed, what happens? So in the given volume, so there are so many molecules. We can arrange so many molecules in the given volume. But in liquid state, so in the given volume, so we can arrange only somewhat less number of molecules. Okay, some less number of molecules are present because there are gaps between the molecules in liquid state. But in the same X is here, the X in solid form, the X in liquid form, and the X in gaseous form. But in gases, so there are only very few gas molecules. They will occupy the same volume in the given volume. So the number of gas molecules are less because in gases the molecules are they are free from each other. Okay, so here the molecules, they can spread, they will move away from each other. So that is why the arrangement of molecules will be like this. So now if you closely observe what happens, so actually what is the density? Formula of density. Density is nothing but mass per unit volume. So mass of the substance present in the given volume. Okay, mass of the substance present in the given volume. Okay, look here, because here all these containers have same volume. Now if you see the mass, so in which container there are so many large number of molecules. So here there are large number of molecules. Every molecule will possess some mass. So that means as large number of molecules are there, so that means this container will have more mass. So mass of this one is more when compared to mass of this one, and when compared to this one, the mass of this one is more. So from solid to liquid to gas, as volume is same, so what is happening to the mass? Mass is decreasing because the number of molecules occupied in the same volume the number of gas molecules occupied in the same volume will be less when compared to the number of solid molecules in the same volume. So that means here mass is more and mass is less. So when mass is more, so always remember that density. So density is nothing but mass per volume. So as volume is same and mass is more in this case, so that is why, so the density will be more in solid state. That means large number of molecules, because of the presence of large number of molecules, so more mass is present in the same volume, in the given volume, given same volume. So that is why the density will be more. So always remember that density increases when mass increases. When mass increases, if volume is same, if volume is same. So this is a condition. If volume is same, then the density will always increases with the increase in mass. So as the volume is same in these three cases, okay, as volume is same, now we have to consider whether mass is also same or not. So but here this is having more mass when compared to this one, and this is having more mass when compared to this one. So that means when mass is more, density also will be more. So that means density of solids will be more than liquids, and density of liquids will be more than gases. Okay, so but here in the question, in the statement, it is given as gases have higher density. Gases have higher density. So this is wrong. Gases can never have higher density when compared to the other states of the matter. So always gases have lesser density when compared to other states of matter. So always solid form will have more density, okay, than the liquid form, and liquid form will have more density than the gaseous form. In general, I'm saying, in general, the density of solids will be greater than density of liquids, and density of liquids will be greater than density of gases. Okay, so like this, hence the given statement, it is a false statement. Okay, so like this we can discuss the question number 4. Okay, right. So we'll discuss the other questions in the next videos, coming videos. Okay, ma.